You wobbled the table this time instead of me.
Sorry.
I'm Lou.
I'm Cindy.
That sounded like Sydney.
Sydney. I'm Cindy. Or Sin or Sid. Okay, anyway.
Yeah. And we run Fake Insanity, which is a bookstore, coffee shop, and yarn shop in Dawson Creek, BC.
I just kinked my cord.
Oh.
Yeah, that's us.
And this
and
is
we
our
do this podcast.
knitting/spinning podcast, but today is just knitting.
No spinning. You haven't been spinning lately.
I haven't, because the spinning I was doing for the last one was a surprise. Like I was doing some spinning of a colorway that hadn't been released yet, so I couldn't talk about it then, and then I forgot about it, and it got put on the for sale stuff before I talked about it here. So
oops.
Yeah.
I'm in a really weird mood.
She's in a really weird mood.
I'm always in a really weird mood.
We're both wearing knits today. That's rare.
It's a holiday today. So we've had a long weekend and it's been glorious. Yeah.
And we share a brain.
Yeah.
It was like, it's a 3-day weekend, and we rarely, like, even on regular weekends, we only get 1 day off, but we're in here doing like paperwork or whatever. Yeah. So on 3-day, like on holiday weekends, we actually get 2 days off, and it's fabulous to get a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been very nice. We've been mainlining a TV show, but we'll tell you about that in Culture Consumed at the end.
Yeah. But we could start with knitting.
Knitting. I get to start.
You do.
Okay.
Because you have more than me. Well, you have
not much. Neither have as much.
Me.
Yeah. I mean, we have lots of knitting accomplished, but so this is my knit. Okay.
It looks so nice.
So the yarn is Sweet Paprika Pizzicato, which is a BFL sock yarn.
Yeah.
And it's lovely. We've had this for quite a while. And I haven't knit up a store sample yet, so I thought I would.
Yeah.
And so I am doing Business Casual by Tennis Fiber Arts. And it's great. It's
the stitch definition on that yarn is fabulous.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And it's this lovely pink, rosy pink color with a bit of purple, which is apparently what I've been into lately. Well, besides blue.
Yeah, pink. Pink, all the pinks.
Yeah, which is just bizarre for me.
Bizarre.
But, I'm quite enjoying the yarn, and I think it'll look lovely as and it's BFL, so it's going to be like sturdy.
Yeah, I really like BFL because it's just as soft as a merino.
Maybe not say just
quite as soft as the like ultra soft merino or fine merino, but it's so awesome. Much sturdier.
Yeah. I had gotten a bit farther.
She had gotten
past the heel. I'm actually following the pattern, so I had done a heel flap and turn. But then I had gone down a needle size and I didn't like it, so I just ripped back to here. And then I got like 2 rows down at the restaurant, and we just went out for brunch, I guess. Yeah. It's breakfast for us, but it's, you know, noon for everyone else. So I got to sleep in. It was lovely.
Yeah.
I love sleeping in. But yeah, so that's my only FO. Well, no, I have many, many, many FOs.
Your whips.
Whips, that's what they're called. I have many, many whips.
It's your only current whip. New whip.
Yeah. Yeah, so I started this. I have no idea.
Saturday.
Saturday sounds right.
Saturday. Because I emailed Tannis about it on Friday, and you said you'd
finished this Saturday night or Friday night. One of the two. I'll talk about this in a second. But yeah. So pretty. You emailed Tannis about it?
No, not Tannis.
I'm like, we have a friend in Calgary named Tannis.
We do.
But we haven't talked to her in ages, so.
And I emailed, I think,
Paprika.
Yeah,
I don't remember her name.
Forgotten her name.
Terrible.
She's a dyer out of Montreal.
Yes.
And
really?
Yeah.
We have quite a few dyers out of Montreal.
Well, because it's where we went looking, because it was how we could get in touch with dyers that a lot of people didn't have here.
Yeah.
So it's really nice yarn. Yeah. It's got a little bit of fuzz, but a pretty good twist. Yeah. And yeah, it's super nice on the sock. I think that'll be fabulous. And you know, if they're too big with the bigger needle size, you could just give them to me.
Well, they would be too big around, and I have bigger around feet and calves than you do. Well, maybe our calves are about the same. I have nice calves.
No fun.
That's the only part of me I like. I mean, anyway. You have a whip.
I have a whip.
Talk about your whip.
I have a new whip that you haven't seen before.
She has knit on one thing.
Yes, I've been very monogamous.
Well, you did a couple rows on your sock.
Oh yeah, but that's not worth showing. I did a little tiny bit on my sock.
Okay.
But I started a new project last Friday. So this has been just about a week and a half. So it isn't impressive to somebody who knits lots of sweaters, but for me, who is a super slow knitter, I knit half a sweater.
Yes. And it looks so good.
So it's the Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry. And the color's not showing really well. It's not gray. It's a purple with white in it.
Closer, that'll. Not quite. It's a little more, it's a lighter purple than it's showing, but it's pretty. It's very pretty. Here. Well, that's a completely different yarn.
Okay, so, but kind of the same color as the darker purple in there. It just isn't showing because it's got the white in it. So the yarn is Sugarbush Shanty, which is the merino and linen blend.
It's the one that I did my big cabled.
I love it.
Not a poncho.
I started knitting and I couldn't put this down.
She wrapped my stole around her and went, oh, I need a sweater out of this.
Yeah, and I had planned on it, but I like wound up the yarn that night and took it home.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
so handy having a yarn store. We just go.
I'm gonna live in this. Like, it feels fabulous.
Yes, and it looks great.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm knitting. I'm knitting the size smaller than I should be because my gauge was a little bit off, but that should be just about perfect because I wanted a little bit less ease, and that puts me right in between what they recommend and what I would have gotten.
I find it so amusing that you have now done 2 sweaters with less ease than it calls for, because
usually I want everything.
We used to go like shopping with, when we had a friend who actually helped us pick out decent clothes, and she'd try on a shirt and we'd be like, oh, it looks perfect. She's like, this is way too tight. Like, oh no, you can see a curve.
Well, I don't like seeing curves.
I know.
Anyway, I'm gonna love this, and I'm at the point now.
And you're going to wear sweaters. She's wearing her last sweater.
Yeah. This one is the easy one by Joji Locatelli, but I omitted the sleeves. So where you pick up to start knitting the stockinette sleeve, I just did a cuff right there.
It's out of Voldemort.
It is actually it's Faking Sanity Determination
in the color that has no name
because I stole it all.
The color that shall not be named.
Yeah.
Or Voldemort.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I've worn it quite a few times already.
Yeah, you have.
So I don't wear it to the store too often because I don't want to bleach it when I'm doing dishes. And I've been doing dishes lots lately.
Yeah, we've been short-staffed the last couple weeks. Yeah. So, but Dano's back, so we're happy.
Yeah, and our staff are healthy again.
And we're getting healthy again.
Getting there.
Slowly.
We getting both came sleep down this weekend.
We seem to always be sick. Every time we podcast, we're like, yeah, sorry, we were sick. And
getting over sick or coming down with sick. Yeah.
Okay, so I can talk about mine now?
Yeah. There's a big elephant in the room.
I have an FO.
That you haven't seen at all.
Okay, so we podcasted on Sunday.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, and then either that night or the next night.
I think it was Monday night.
Monday night, I watched the Cozy Up podcast that had been the night, or the Thursday before that, because I'm way behind, but I was just like, I'll just skip a whole bunch and watch this one. And Sarah was talking about how she was designing a shawl out of Alison Barnes yarns. They discussed it at our Fiber Fest. And she is doing it for the Fiber Frolic, which is next week. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'll test knit. I even have the yarn.
She may have done a little dance.
So I contacted them and yay, I test knit this. I'm not going to show details up close because I'm not too sure how much.
They've shown pictures.
They've shown pictures of theirs. Well, Sarah and Jamie's ones. Sarah knit both.
Yeah.
Well, Jamie did some, I think.
Yeah.
But Sarah so it's awesome. So Alison Barnes has these great 4-color.
They're beautiful.
Kits. Sets. They're just, she doesn't have a name for them. And I don't know the names of the colorways, but I showed this yarn last podcast. Yeah. And I've knit the entire shawl since. Yeah. It was such a fun knit. It's got garter, it's got lace, it's got the, fading from one to another, which I have not done any fading. I don't follow trends, apparently. There's fluff flying around, sorry. But I love it.
'Tis the season.
I blocked it yesterday and I just pulled the pins out.
Like 5 minutes
before we
ago.
started
Yeah.
podcasting, so.
They're pretty.
I'm not good at wearing shawls, but I like it.
That's very nice.
It's great. Oops, it's just hanging down my back. Oh well. But yeah, I'm broiling, so I'm going to take it off. But it's awesome. It's awesome.
Too.
Allison has lovely, lovely yarn.
She does. I have to decide what to do with the stuff I got at the Fiberfest.
Yeah. I have one more skein from the Fiberfest in worsted weight, so it's probably going to be a hat.
I have a DK and a fingering.
And everyone should go to Fiber Frolic in Edmonton this weekend.
Yeah.
And say hi to them both and pick up the pattern and the yarn and support them. Yay!
Yeah.
So, oh, and it's called Besties Forever. It's a great,
It is a great name.
And I loved the pattern. She did a great job. I actually haven't knit lace in ages. Because for a while I knit tons and tons of lace, but I don't wear a lot of shawls.
You don't wear lacy things.
So, but yeah, it's awesome. And yeah, so.
Very pretty.
It is. I like. Good job, both of you.
Yeah. And it's going to go down to the Fiber Frolic with a friend of ours.
I'm gonna send it with Rebecca so she could wear it.
Yeah.
I could wear it as a babushka shawl. She thinks I'm weird.
I do.
Okay.
That's called a headscarf.
It's a babushka shawl.
You know, a babushka is like an old woman.
Babushka means grandmother. I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway. Hi. I'm not crazy. Now I'm broiling. Okay.
So that's the only FO. I don't have an FO because I've been pretty monogamous.
We both were very, very monogamous on our projects.
Yeah.
And then once I finished it, I started this and I've been monogamous on this.
But
so.
I'm at the point of splitting for the shoulders now. Sleeves. So I should be, if I keep up this rate, I'll be done by the next podcast. I wouldn't count on that.
Probably not.
I'm guessing a couple podcasts, but that's pretty good for me.
We don't have much knitting this time.
Yeah. Well, no.
I mean, no, we have lots of knitting
done, but not lots of
different projects.
Yeah. But we do have some pretty yarns
we
can show.
Not for us yet.
I
might take some home.
These are ones for the store.
Yeah.
Janet, who's one of our Knit Night ladies, has started dyeing yarn, and she was one of our vendors at the Fiberfest, and she brought in some for yarn to sell here at the store.
Yeah.
And so this is her, Peaceful Yarns is her company name, and this is her merino tencel base. It's called Meditation.
And it's lovely.
It's beautiful. I love tencel. It has such a great shine to it. And this is her Northern Lights colorway. It's got flashes of green and purple, blues, and it's just beautiful.
Surprised that one hasn't gone home with me yet.
Yeah.
And then this is the Queen of the Night Tulip, and all of her. She's very much. She gets a picture in her head and then matches it when she's dyeing.
Yeah. So that's a tulip from her garden.
Yeah. And then a lighter one with little speckles, and that one is snowflowers. It's all the little flowers peeking up through the snow, which doesn't happen here. Really, it doesn't. It has snowed since the last time we talked to you.
Yes.
Actually, it snowed that weekend, didn't it?
Yeah.
The last time we podcasted. But yeah, it's very pretty. It's very soft.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah. Very cool. I love tencel. When she asked us which base we'd like first, I was like, ooh, well, if you've got the merino tencel, we'd love that, because we don't have anything like this right now.
Yeah.
And I don't have a base like that, so.
They're like beautiful shawls.
Yeah, and it's super drapey.
We got another yarn in. It's the new yarn to us.
I love this colorway.
Well, it's Earth Yarns, URTH. It's their, they just call it sock, I think.
Merino sock.
Merino sock.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And they're beautiful colors. I really like this one.
Yeah. I love, actually, both of these I love, so.
Yeah. And the yarn is made in Turkey, which is different because a lot of yarns now are milled in China. Yeah.
I really like it. We've had the Earth, the identical sock boxes from them before, but I really like it because all their yarns, they plant a tree for every skein sold.
Yes.
And then if you hashtag them, if you tag a photo of it on Instagram, they plant an extra tree.
Yes.
So you're
Which is
doing
really cool.
good with your knitting.
Yeah.
And it's good to feel like you're doing something extra without a whole lot of extra effort sometimes.
Yes.
When you're feeling tired, but like you want to do something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So they're very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah,
I might do
beautiful.
a sample out of it after I'm done this one.
I love that. I want something out of this colorway. Look at how deep and rich those colors are.
Yeah. I thought it looked like the earth as you see it from the sky. It doesn't have enough like light stuff. It needs a bit more of light blue.
Yeah.
But
it's interesting. Like it looks like it's a pretty tight twist. But it's actually like when you hold it,
you're not going to be able to.
No. When you hold it tight, like it looks like the twist is super tight and it's a fine fingering, but it's actually really loosely plied. Like the individual strands, it's a 2-ply and then it's plied again. So I think it'd be strong, but it's quite soft and a little bit loose. So it might be a little bit splitty. Yeah. But I think it'll still be strong now that I noticed that.
So do you want some some socks out of it?
I think I might try some myself.
Oh, you don't want me to knit you socks?
Or knit myself a hat.
You don't want me to knit you socks?
Well, sure, but I want to knit something out of this.
Oh, fine, you can knit.
Once I've done my sweater.
I have no yarn at home to knit. No.
I've been in the mood for sweaters, so I have my blue sweaters half done because I put it in the angry basket when I realized I'd messed up. So I finished, oh yeah, error in calculation. But so I finished this one and then I started this one last week and I'm about half done.
No, you're not because you have sleeves. I have done the body.
This is the end of ball 3 and it should be 7 balls.
Yeah.
If I do 3/4 length sleeves.
Oh, okay. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Sleeves take a lot of yarn. Sleeves are evil.
It's like 7.5 balls if I do full length sleeves, so 7 should do it.
Okay.
And then I have an idea for a cardigan that I want to do in the Louette, and I bought that sweater quantity worth of tweed.
Oh yes.
And I want to knit like a cozy sweater out of that too.
She's apparently all about the sweaters
going into summer. That's
I know.
So smart, but it's what I wanted to knit. So I need a little project that I can do like at knit night and stuff. So that might be a good hat or something. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it for my knitting.
But that's all our yarny stuff today. Wow, we got through that really, really quick. I feel like we should talk about something else yarny.
But no, we shouldn't just babble for the sake of babbling.
Oh, okay.
Let's move on to culture consumed.
Okay. Oh, this might be a short podcast today.
Yeah, or we could talk about how we would have loved to go to the
Fiber Frolic. Yes, there's even a fun bus going from Hippie Strings.
Yeah.
But we've closed too much lately, so we can't just close the store. And
well, and because we're not just a yarn shop, it's not like all the yarny people know that you're closed you'll be gone. On yarny event days.
Yeah, we're see books and lots of coffee and snackies and stuff. So we get quite a range of people.
Yeah, so that's okay. We'll skip it for this time.
No, well. And we had our own Fiber Fest. That was fun.
It was.
We got lots of people up here.
I'm finally feeling like I've caught up on my sleep.
Yes. Yes, me too.
Yeah. It's been like a month.
And it's not like I would want to buy a whole bunch more yarn at Fiber Frolic anyway.
No.
Because I have a lot of yarn.
But it'd be fun to see some of the vendors that we got to chat with. And, like, I'd love to see Allison again. And she was super sweet.
Yes.
But yeah, I hope it goes well. It was a lot of fun when we went last year. For a whirlwind tour, but yeah, we had a great time. So
okay,
hope everybody else does too that goes.
Yeah, have fun for us.
Yeah.
Okay, culture consumed. So together we've been consuming something.
Yeah,
we've had time off. We
rarely do that. Because we work together all day.
Yeah, usually I get home and
she goes to her bedroom, I go to the living room.
We work together and we're roommates, so you know. We spend way too much time together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually go into my room, but lately we've been sitting on the couch watching Agent Carter.
And knitting.
I'm so behind in my Marvel watching.
I hadn't watched any of the Marvel movies except for Ant-Man.
Oh yes, and we watched Ant-Man and
Ant-Man and the Wasp,
which was ridiculous and fun.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen any of the Captain America, so she was like, "Who's Steve Rogers?" I'm like, "Oh."
But it was really good. Like the
Agent Carter is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the
Kick-Ass Women.
Yeah, and she's amazing. And Jarvis is fabulous. And we're into season 2 now, so now we've met Mrs. Jarvis as well, and she's amazing.
I really love Jarvis. Yeah. He's just adorable.
Yes, yes.
It's different here in California.
they eat
avocado
with everything. And then we went into a restaurant and all their ads were about avocado, and I was like,
yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah, I like the time period because it's late 40s.
Yeah,
and
I love
costumes,
like the costumes and the dresses. Some of the characters are fabulous. Like I love Sousa.
Yes. No, Sousa. Daniel Sousa.
Daniel Sousa, that's it.
Yeah, he's great.
And Agent Carter. And
Peggy is amazing.
Yeah.
I always loved her. We should watch Captain America. Just the first one. Okay. I think you'd really like it. It's got lots of Peggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do like Peggy.
Yeah, and Steve Rogers is one of the best characters ever.
Yeah.
I love him.
I really am enjoying the, like, overlooked character being the
badass?
The, like, get things done character. Like, whether it's a woman or a kid or an older person, like, I really enjoy that. So
yeah. Well, and it kind of goes with what else we watched, which was Ms. Fisher's Modern Murder Mysteries.
Yes.
So we've watched Ms. Fisher's Murder Mysteries quite a few times.
Yeah, and we've talked about those before.
Yeah, and they're set in the
20s, right?
Yeah, like 29.
Yeah.
Something like that. And so the new one is set in the 60s, and it's about Phryne Fisher's niece.
Yeah. Just after
Peregrine. I was like, Persimmon. No. Something else P. Peregrine.
Yeah, it's set, like, Phryne is lost, presumed dead.
Yeah.
And so Peregrine is her beneficiary. And so she moves to the city to go.
Yeah. But never knew who Phryne was.
Never knew Phryne.
It's fabulous.
It is. But she's very similar to Phryne. Like,
in some ways.
She's the, well, let's get this done. Like, let's figure it out. Let's get the bad guys. And she's just very, I love her.
Yes. And it has some amazing minor characters. I love Samuel and Violetta.
Yes.
They're just adorable.
You love Samuel because he's a geek. And you always love a geek.
I love geek boys.
She does.
Geek boys are the best.
And you watched the behind the scenes thing, and he was still a geek boy, and then you liked him even more.
Yeah. Kick-ass women and geek boys.
Yeah.
Put them together, and I'm like, woohoo, best show ever. Buffy.
It was a really.
I mean, I loved Buffy, but I hated Buffy. I loved Buffy the TV show, but I was not a fan of Buffy the character.
Well, it's because she wasn't really just kick-ass. She was kick-ass and
whiny. Yes.
She was Harry Potter.
Oh, she was Harry Potter. I was like, who on Harry Potter? No, she was Harry Potter.
Kick-ass but whiny.
Oh, he wasn't kick-ass.
Well.
I love the Harry Potter books. I'm just not a fan of Harry Potter. I usually am not a fan of the main character on the show.
You like the minor characters.
I do usually, but
often.
I love Peggy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else did we watch? Oh, you watched something.
Oh, I watched
She
Wonder
watched something
Woman.
without me.
I did. She told me about it for ages, and it finally came up on Netflix, so I decided to watch Wonder Woman. And it was really good. I've been enjoying watching period TV shows lately.
Oh, me too.
The costumes. I mean, not hers. Like, hers was Wonder Woman. But
yeah. Oh, I don't know. She had one that, like, it was like a business dress, and then she pulled her sword out of it, which was just awesome. I don't know where it was hidden. It's like the Highlander swords that just kind of disappear.
Yes. I think the funniest one was the ball gown, where she hid the sword, and it looked like a beaded top on the neckline for the hilt. Kick-ass women. Yeah, and it wouldn't have affected her walking or anything. And,
no,
and it's cool that it just sat there by friction alone. But I don't analyze. Okay, so we were also watching Death in Paradise because I bought the DVDs, and so we were watching season 6, which we hadn't seen before. And in one of the episodes, this guy dies and he's stabbed, and my first thought was,
Why is the knife upside down?
Nobody would plant the knife upside down like
but
that.
None of them mentioned it, so
No.
maybe we just saw it wrong or something.
No, the knife handle was upside down. It's like somebody held it, like a knife that has the ergonomic curvy bit to hold on to it better.
Yeah, so
they would have had to hold it with the ergonomic bit on the wrong. It doesn't make sense.
They were in a hurry. They just grabbed the knife and stabbed it in them.
No, it was
totally.
No, it was a mistake in the editing of this shot, and I haven't seen too many of those on that show, so it stuck out like a sore thumb.
It's such a cute show too.
It is, and I really like. There's a new inspector.
I don't remember his
new
name.
DI.
Yeah,
and he's
that's DI is detective inspector.
Detective inspector, but he's
apparently
fabulous.
like period mysteries plus Death in Paradise.
Yeah.
Period or not set in North America or Well, you're listening to a Canadian. Our phone is ringing. It's our day off anyway, so you might hear
it's a holiday.
It's a holiday.
Here. I'm gonna leave that ringing in the background.
Me too.
Okay.
So you'll probably hear the answering machine in a second.
Yeah. You'll hear Cindy's fake chipper voice.
At least it's not my fake dead voice. Well, not fake, but when we're sick, I always put the message on the answering machine, and I'm always kind of like, "Hi, your first faking Saturday."
It's not that bad.
It feels like it. I'm like,
no,
we're dead. Don't come.
She doesn't say we're dead. She has wanted to a few times.
I have. Closed due to dead.
Yeah, I've been listening to Still Life by Louise Penny still.
Did you talk about that on here yet?
I had started listening to it last time we podcasted.
Okay.
I don't listen to audiobooks very often because, like, I've got to be alone in a room and not watching something else and not needing to... I don't...
You have to be alone in a room? Okay, I'm going to knit rather than play with my hair.
I don't hear well, so I have to be very focused on what I'm listening to for an audiobook, so there can't be any other, like, background noise or anything. But I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to
it's
see.
Set in, like,
it's
around
set
her hometown.
in my So like, when I lived at home the last couple of years, there was a new initiative starting called the Tour des Arts, and it was started by a
Tour of Arts.
Yeah, it's basically a whole bunch of artists take part, and they open up their studios, and you can go around and see their work and their studios and talk to them about their art, and most of them sell stuff during the thing, and it's a summer festival basically. And so they actually mentioned the Tour des Arts in the book, and it's just, there's so many little events like that it's like, oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah, it's like when I was reading a book set in Calgary, and I was like, oh, I know where they are!
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And I really like Inspector Gamache, the main character. And I think a couple of the agents that will be regulars, I'm starting to like better.
Oh, you don't hate them?
Well, the one I still dislike, but I have a feeling she's going to be a regular, and so she's learning the ropes.
Okay. So
well, she's learning to not have an attitude. So I think she'll be better.
That's cool.
But yeah. But I'm really enjoying it.
I've been reading a lot of different books. Just bits and pieces here and there, because I apparently haven't been able to concentrate on anything except Agent Carter and my knitting.
We watched a lot. We
watched the entire season in one day.
Like Saturday, we watched the entire season of
Death in Paradise.
Death in Paradise, and then we started on Agent Carter and watched an entire season on Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, 8-episode season, but I like short seasons.
Yeah.
But I have been reading Iron Curtain, The Crushing of Eastern Europe, 1945 to 1956 by Anne Applebaum, which is really interesting. She wrote Gulag, which is probably her best known book, and I haven't read that one yet. I have read a lot about the Gulag. I was on an Eastern European kick a while back. Lots of history about it, about the area and stuff. So I had grabbed this ebook at that point, and I hadn't read it then, so I thought I'd read it now. And it's really interesting.
More period stuff.
Yeah, well, I like
real
history.
Stuff. Yeah.
I like history. But yeah, it's all about, like, at the end of World War II, how the Soviet Union came in and influenced Eastern Europe. But fascinating Fascinating.
It would
so
be.
Far.
Like, there's so much change that happened all at once in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I've been reading. And a bunch of other things. I can't even remember what. I've been like, I think I have 3 audiobooks on the go and a bunch of books. And I just been like, I read a chapter and then I'm like, okay, something else.
Yeah, I have a couple of books on the go that I do that with. What
did I do?
Not super...
What did I do here?
Focused?
Okay, I can't talk and knit at the same time, apparently.
You fail.
I can't do 1/1 cable crosses while talking.
Oh, that's bad.
That's especially weird.
That's like walking. Left, right. Left,
you can't
right.
even walk and take your keys out of your pocket, so don't talk.
Well, because the pockets are deep. You have to stop to get them.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I think that is it for us today.
This is a really short podcast.
Yeah.
Sorry. Actually, probably everyone's like, thank God they didn't talk forever.
Well, unless you have something else you wanted to talk about, but we mainlined a couple of shows and then...
Hi, Shell. My sister's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not ready to quit, but I'm going to say that's it for us today. And
yeah,
we'll
before
see
I get
you
crazy.
in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.